I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, if you do not know me. Today we did an 80s inspired look. I had to do this makeup anyway tonight because I have a dance performance tomorrow, which is an 80s show. So I had to give it a trial run of the makeup I was going to be wearing, and I think this is probably a winner. Might have to switch out the colors, might be pink, might be green, might be blue, might be purple, who knows. But I had to put on this makeup anyway, so I thought it would be fun if I went ahead and just made a video for you guys while I was at it. Before we get into this tutorial, I want you guys to meet the newest member of mine and Jake's family. Oh, she's all snotty. Everybody meet Gemma. Look at her cuteness. Isn't she so adorable? Gemma, look at me. Hi. Please excuse my messy beauty room. I just wanted you guys to meet my sweet baby girl. We rescued her from the pound a couple days ago. And we got Dusty, of course, and sweet Bubba's over there. So yeah, that is our new baby girl. Jake and I have been kicking around the idea of getting another dog, but weren't really set on anything. We were thinking about getting another puppy at 8 weeks like we did with Dusty, because neither of us had raised a dog from that young, and it was such an awesome experience that we wanted to do it again. But we had kind of just been going to the pound every Saturday for the last month and a half or so just to see what dogs were there, see if we fell in love with any, and we just so happened to see her and fall in love, and we rescued her, and she is now part of our family. Anyway, getting on with the video. If you guys are interested in seeing how I achieved this modern twist on this 80s look, then please stay tuned. So as always, the first thing I'm going in with is my Revlon Color Stay Concealer in the shade 02 Light. As always, I pulled it out toward my temple because I like to smoke out my shadows that way. It helps elongate my eyes and makes them look better, in my opinion. And then I'm going to blend that out with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I did put a heavy amount of concealer on my lid because we are playing with color today, so I wanted a really, really good base. The palette we're going to be using today is the very first palette I ever bought, which is the Coastal Scents 88 Original palette. I believe this thing was like $15 or $20. It is ridiculously cheap, and the colors are decent. So if you're starting out with makeup and you want to get something colorful, this is a really great palette to have. The first shade I'm going in with is this really pale matte pink color. I'm going to be taking this on my Morphe M441 brush and dusting this into my crease. I'm just continually dipping back into that shade and building up the color until I am happy with the opacity. These shades are definitely not the most pigmented shades I've ever used by far, but they are buildable and they work decently, and like I said, it's a very cheap palette. Honestly, I don't know if they actually still sell it. Coastal Scents was like one of the first makeup brands I ever really bought from, and that was a long time ago. Going a little further down the pink route, I'm going to be taking this shade and a little bit of this shade. Just taking this on any big fluffy brush. This one doesn't have a name, it's just from ColourPop. And I'm going to be loading this up and dusting this into my crease as well, but lower than the transition shade. And I'm also going to take this color and, not picking up any extra product, I'm just going to connect down to the upper lash line and create that winged shape. We'll clean this up with concealer later because I know it's obviously not going to be a crisp line. And just like the last shade, just keep picking up that color and applying it until you are happy. Next, I'm going to be dipping into this corally pink shade. This I'm going to be taking on my Morphe M506 brush, and this is going to be going into the outer V. So this is very much so a obviously one color look, but we are using different shades of pink to create dimension and depth. So it's not just one flat color, it's a bit more interesting to look at this way. This color is also going to be pulled out. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this red shade. I'm going to be taking this on my MAC 219 pencil brush. This color is very much so a pinkish red. Even though this color looks very neutral red, it comes off very pinky once it's on the eyes. I'm going to be switching over to the L'Oreal Los Angeles Party Animal palette. I'm going to be taking bottoms up. I'm going to be loading my brush with this color. I would suggest using it wet because it does blend away very easily, but I mean that's not a huge deal. I just think it might be easier if you apply it wet. And this is just going on the lid space where there wasn't any product. And this color has very fine glitter in it, so it's going to just create a little extra oomph. Once I have that, I'm just going to go around the edges of that color with a fluffy brush just to blend it seamlessly into the rest of the look. And then I'm going to go back in with that packing brush and pack on a little bit more color just to bump up the intensity. For the top of the eyes, I am going to go in with any sort of small detailing brush. Dipping back into the Coastal Scents palette, I'm taking this really pale pink shimmery shade. I am taking that on my Morphe M207 brush. Any small definer brush will work for this. And I'm just packing it into my inner corner. So that is it for the eyeshadow on the upper lid. I am going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. The mascara I'm going in with today is the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara. Be really careful when applying mascara when you have light eyeshadows on your lid. So what I always do is I tilt my head back and I look down into my mirror and apply my mascara, because the last thing you want to do is get black mascara all over your hard work. Nobody wants that. Next, I'm going to be going in with my Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner in the shade Blacklist. I'm going to take this on my Morphe M2500 brush. It's a very, very tiny defining brush. I usually use this for freckles, but I'm going to use it for this today. And I'm just going to run it along my upper lash line. I'm not doing a wing. I just want to really smudge this into the lash line. So I am going to just apply this on the upper lash line. Today are from Amazon. I know it's random, but honestly Amazon is like everything to me because you can literally get anything there. It's where Jake and I even had our wedding registry. Like, we love Amazon. So I decided to get some false lashes. I bought a 3-pack for $6.89. And they're actually really nice. They're nice and fluffy and spaced out. And what I like to do is bend the lash band while it has the glue on it. Makes it a little bit easier to apply that way. I like to look down into my mirror when I apply my lashes. Put the center on first, then I connect the outer part, and then lastly the inner. Try and get it as close to your lash line as you can so it looks as natural as possible. And then while that's drying, I kind of just baby it and push down on each section of the lash to make sure that no little bits are sticking up. And then once it's dry, like this one is, you can either take your fingers or tweezers. I like to just use my fingers because I always pinch myself with the tweezers and it hurts. and I just squeeze the lashes, the false lashes with my real lashes. And then once I've done that, I go back in with my eyelash curler and blend them all together. Sometimes it's a real challenge to get the false lashes, the entirety of the lash band into the eyelash curler. And I don't squeeze hard because I don't want the lashes to stick straight up. I just give it a nice gentle squeeze. Moving on to the face. So my skin kind of hates me right now, and I'm not really sure why. So regardless of that, I am going to, as usual, be going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in cream beige. I lied. First, I am going to go in with my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I have actually really been liking this, but it does make my face feel very dry, and I don't have dry skin. I have mostly normal skin. My T-zone just gets kind of oily, and it makes mostly my chin and like my jawbone feel really dry. It weirds me out how quickly it settles. Now we're gonna go in with my foundation. Yes, I am aware the shade is too dark for me, but we make it work. And like I used with my eyes, I am going to use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And I know I'm gonna fuck up my eyebrows, but I'll redo them.
Down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall, I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go.
Okay, I lied. My forehead feels really dry too. Like it seriously feels like I have like injections.
I go with the flow.
My skin just feels really tight, but dry at the same time. And because this shade is way too dark for me, I must blend it down to my neck.
From the ground, up above, just like below, and I don't know where I should go.
As usual, I'm going in with my NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in Porcelain. This is getting a little low, so what I have been doing is mixing it with my Revlon Color Stay Concealer in 02 Light. And this is where we can clean up the eyeshadow shape. Wow, I could not think of what I wanted to say. Be dragging the concealer out to clean up that edge. Just get it at the angle you would like and then blend out under it.
I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting numb, feeling fine.
And I just like to tap around the edges of the concealer because it is very light, just to kind of blend it a little bit. Next, I'm going to be setting that with my Maybelline Loose Fit Me powder in Fair Light.
I'm falling up, I'm falling down from the sky and from
Blush, I'm going to be hopping over to my Morphe 10B palette. And since it's the 80s, I'm going to go in with this hot ass paint color. Very lightly, but I'm taking this on my Morphe BK26 brush. Lastly, for lips, I am going to be taking the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Soft Spoken and line my lips and fill them in just a little bit with this.
'cause I'm stuck in limbo. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Filling them in for the most part. I'm just kind of leaving this center pout area free. To fill in the center of the lips, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild lipstick in 903C. I don't know if they still make this. I've had this lipstick for a really long time. And I'm actually just gonna apply this onto my ring finger and then dab it on from there.
Down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall, I can feel the pain.
I'm such a dumbass, I forgot to do my lower lash line. You thought we were done, or maybe you didn't. I thought I was done. Take any small definer brush, and I'm gonna take the second shade we used to deepen up the crease, and I'm just gonna run this along the lower lash line.
From the sky and from the ground.
And then I'm gonna take my MAC 219 brush and go in with a mixture of that coral and that red shade that we put in the outer corner, and just smoke this out ever so slightly. Next, I am going to apply my ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Exit onto my waterline to open up the eyes. And lastly, I'm just going to pop some more of that Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara onto my lower lashes, and then that will complete the look. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, I would absolutely appreciate it if you gave it a like or a comment, and especially if you subscribed, I would love to have you. And that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.